Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Hey. Well, by the time you all see this video, at least, Memorial Day has come and gone. We are transitioning into summer, and it is time for me to share what fragrances I have lined up to spend time with during the month of June. That's right, folks. It is time for me to share my June fragrance tray. But before we get into the fragrances that I have lined up for the month, please make sure that you are subscribed and make sure you hit that notification bell, boo, so you don't miss when I upload another video. After subscribing, turning that post notification bell on and setting it to all, so if you don't miss not only when I post a little deal or a discount, but when I post the next video, make sure you give this video a big fat thumbs up and hype it up as well, because it's free and it goes such a long way to help support the channel and help us to grow. Last but most certainly not least, never ever forget, if you are interested in trying or buying any of the fragrances that we discussed today, to make sure to shop via any available links, discounted links, or discount codes, tag products as well down below in the description box, because it really helps support the channel and you're gonna buy it anyway. You're gonna buy it anyway. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you're interested in knowing what fragrances I'm going to be transitioning into summer with during the month of June, make sure you keep watching. Recently and going forward, I want to spend some intentional time with the travel sprays that I have in my collection. So I will be including a couple of travel sprays that I want to spend time with this month. One old and one new. This one is, I guess, the older one. This one was gifted to me by Sheree from her PR package. This is Phlur's Golden Rule. This was one of their releases, I want to say last summer, maybe even the summer before last, and I didn't hate this fragrance. However, I do feel like there's something very, very, very similar to Prada Paradox in this. I don't know if there's pear, but I suspect that there is. But there's also like a tropical undertone to it. There is something coconutty, something solar. There's also something really spicy and juicy and sweet about this fragrance. I do like it, probably because it is similar to Prada Paradox. But sound off in the comments if this is one you have tried out. It is one that I want to spend time with, specifically during the summer, because of that tropical element. But there's some heft and some oomph to it that makes me want to spend time with it before it gets too warm. But let me know your thoughts if you tried this one, if you have it in your collection. It is a perfect summer scent and very sexy. Again, this is one that I want to spend time with, a travel spray specifically, because it's getting to a point. This is Phlur's Golden Rule. Another travel spray that I want to spend time with this month is a recent blind buy pickup from the Sephora Spring Savings event. This is Chris Collins' new summer release, Sunset and Tamarindo. Let's not even bother because my lighting's too bright here. Is the travel spray. I did show this to you all in a recent video, but I still ain't worn it. So that's why we're putting it on this month's tray. It might have been on last month's tray, but I haven't worn it, so it's going on this month's tray. Besides, it didn't really get like warm until now, and I feel like this is a warm weather, tropical, juicy fragrance. But even though it starts off really juicy and also like tart and sweet at the same time, there's also something in this as this dries down, probably some yellow florals, because there is something solar about it, and maybe like some woodiness or some musk, something that grounds it and brings it all together and helps it to not be like just playful. It's like maybe playful and a little grown and sexy at the same time. Again, this is just based off my experience via a tester strip. I have not worn this one just yet, but I've been hearing pretty mixed reviews on this one. I don't have any insight other than this smell good, y'all. But sound off in the comments if this is one that you have added to your collection or tried a perfect summer scent if you ask me. Again, this is Chris Collins' new release, Sunset and Tamarindo. Now, this next fragrance I have lined up for the month is far from new. It is actually one of the first big girl perfumes I actually purchased myself a few years ago, and that's probably why I'm putting it on the tray this month, to really gauge whether or not I want to keep it. It's one that I go back and forth on all the time, but I just can't seem to get rid of Dolce & Gabbana's Trail Imperatrice. And you see, this is not a fragrance that I dislike, but it is one that I don't necessarily pull for very often, albeit I did pull for it just a couple of days ago. Every time I pull for it, I'm reminded of why I love it. It is very juicy, very tart, refreshing, happy, girly. There's watermelon in this, but don't think sweet candy watermelon. This is a very green watermelon. There's also rhubarb in this, if I'm not mistaken, some kiwi. It is very tart and juicy. There are some florals in this, something that gives it a kind of shampoo-y vibe, some woodiness to ground it, bring it all together, help it to stick around a little longer, but not very long. You get my drift. It's a very lightweight, watery fragrance. This is not going to be loud and beast mode. It's not going to last 10, 12 hours, but you just smell fresh and happy, and it is a perfect, easy reach go-to summer scent. And I actually layered this recently with the new release from Henry Rose Ripe, which also has a watermelon note. The watermelon is just a little sweeter, but they're both essentially watermelon, woody, fresh type of fragrances, just different. And that combination worked pretty well. And again, every time I reach for this, I don't want to get rid of it, even though I don't wear it probably as often as I should. And I need to go ahead and figure out if this month is it, okay? We're going to figure out if we're going to keep this, because I don't want it to go bad. But it is good. It's good. And it's so easy to wear. Definitely sound up in the comments if this is one that you have tried, and if this is one that you're having trouble letting go of as well. But I will be spending intentional time, even if I have to use this as like a topper, or for my hot girl hot dog walks. Again, I love it so much, but I need to wear it more. This is Dolce & Gabbana's Tre L'Imperatrice. This next one we talked about in a fairly recent haul when the brand sent it over to me, and I have played in it a bit, but I've kind of been waiting for summertime for me to really spend intentional time with new release from Snif. It's probably not even new anymore. This is their collaboration with Michaela Nogueira, Only Sunshine. And again, I've only really worn this one time. There's mango in this, some papaya. It's sweet and juicy, but also there's a creaminess to it. I think there's some orange blossom also lending to that creaminess, adding some sweetness to that fruit, but also a greenness and some musk. This is not a unique scent profile, if you will, but it is pretty, and one that can be an easy, fun reach for summertime. Sound off in the comments if this is one you've tried out. I liked it, but I can't really speak to performance and longevity just yet, so I'll sound off and report back once I spend time with it this month. And I'll make sure I leave my discount code and link for Snif down below in the description box. But again, this month I want to spend time with Snif's Only Sunshine. Going back to another oldie but goodie in the collection that was sent to me from the brand. This is Clean Classics Apple Blossom. This is one that I don't hear a lot of people talking about, but I actually pulled for this recently and said, yeah, this is going on the tray for the month. As the name suggests, and probably as the label suggests, this is a green apple fragrance. It's very tart, juicy, sweet. Also very floral, musky, fresh, clean. Nice and lightweight, easygoing fragrance I can just wear right out of the shower for errands, for my morning or evening strolls. I can just wear this to the office during that time of the month. This is one that kind of fell to by the wayside in my collection, so I definitely want to spend some intentional time with it this summer, because it's a perfect, bright, happy, easygoing, refreshing summer scent. Definitely sound out in the comments if this is one you have tried. It is so fun. Again, this is Apple Blossom from Clean Classic. This next one is still relatively new to the collection, and while I've worn it a couple of times since I picked it up, I definitely want to, now that the weather is starting to allegedly get warmer, spend some time with Ellis Brooklyn's Isla Sirena. This just screams scorching hot summer day to me. First of all, The lime in this is perfect. While it is very zesty, it is very bright, very effervescent, even very sparkly. The way that it is blended with some coconut or like a little woodiness, and it's like a subtle sweetness to this, it just smells like a day on the most luxurious white sand beach. Also something warm and sunny about it without smelling sunscreeny. I don't know if I'm doing a good job at describing this fragrance, but it just smells like a luxurious vacation and gives coconut in a way that is not disgusting to me. There's also allegedly some banana in this, and I can't really say that I picked it up. Maybe the texture of the banana, but I can't necessarily pick out banana per se. Regardless, this is a great summer scent that I'm super excited to continue spending time getting to know, and I can't wait to wear it on a hot, fun day out. Definitely sound off in the comments if you've tried this one. Again, this is Ellis Brooklyn's newest release, or one of their new releases, because child, they always popping them out. But this is Isla Sirena. Now, if and when I want to smell delicious, but in a wearable and somewhat summery way, I will be absolutely reaching for Sol de Janeiro's Cheirosa 62 Eau de Parfum. Yes, this is the perfume version of their ever so popular scent. And this is delicious. Shout out to Quinn for gifting me this. It is sweet, a little salty maybe even. It's nutty. It is very, very sweet, very decadent, very gourmand, but there's something like light and fragrancy about it that makes it not too much for warmer weather. Albeit, I do want to make sure I get time in with this before it gets too hot. So that's why it's going on the June tray. This is definitely for early summer, or maybe even summer nights, because it is sticky sweet to my nose. But again, has maybe even some woodiness or muskiness that makes this fragrance, maybe some florals as well. I never know the notes to these things, but perfect for a summer night out, a date night. And perfect to layer with She Was Here from Forever Mood, Thank Me Later. Regardless, this month, before it gets too hot, I will be spending some time with Sol de Janeiro's Cheirosa 62 Eau de Parfum. This next one is a newer release that was just sent over to me from the brand. So shout out to Dedcool for sending over their new release, Mineral Milk. And yes, you do see a bit of a dent forming there. I have been playing around with this one. And this one is really interesting. There is something creamy and like maybe almost salty about it. It's something watery about it. Very your skin but better. There's also something like fresh and aromatic and tropical even. It's like a lot of layers to this that, and maybe if as you're looking at the notes, which I have no idea what they are, it's probably looking like a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't go together. And yes, but also no, it somehow works. I have been playing around with this, as the dent implies, and I really like it. It's perfect to wear out of the shower. I've worn this to bed a couple of times, and I want to spend some time with it this month to really kind of finalize and formulate my opinions on it. But so far, so good. This is going to be really interesting to spend time with during the summer months, because like I said, there's a tropical element, but there's also a really fresh, clean element to it as well. Also a subtly sweet creaminess to it. I don't know, but sound off in the comments if you have tried this one. Dedcool actually sent me over a couple of their scents that we'll talk about in another video, but if you've tried this or other fragrances from them, definitely sound up in the comments. Regardless, this month, we will be spending time getting to know their newer release, Mineral Milk. Now, this last one is no stranger to the fragrance community at large, or to this channel, I should say. And is one that I admittedly slept on until this time last year, when I finally upgraded many samples of damn cat back on. I got excited. This is Jusbox's Carioca Heart, a fragrance that at one point we couldn't even purchase because it was sold out everywhere because y'all was buying it up. And I feel like this is just going to be a go-to summer fragrance that you're going to hear a lot about, not just from me, but from everyone, because it applies. This smells like fruity, juicy, bright, happy, summery good times with some liquor. It's very boozy. I think it's rum. It smells like rum punch. Yes. Very tropical, very fun, and has some floral elements from some peony. While obviously floral plays up the fruitiness, but also adds an aquatic element that I find favors that tropical undertone from the fruits in this and really amplifies it, I should say. Not to mention the rum, the liquor. It's very ambroxan heavy as well. So if you are sensitive to that, this may be one that you might need to sit this one out. And it may be one that you can't even smell, depending on, you know, your body chemistry or your nose. And I know you see I ain't spray this on no tester strip because it don't need it. Absolutely a passive aggressive fragrance that you might think, looking at the notes perhaps, and even smelling it or even wearing it, that it's not going to last. But no, that ambroxan helps this to stick to some skin and some fabric especially. And if you feel like you're not smelling this, I assure you everyone else is. This projects, it gets compliments, it turns heads, and is a perfect summer party in a bottle. 10 out of 10 would highly recommend getting your nose on this one. I slept on this one at first, I admit, but I'm wide awake now. Regardless, this is a perfect go-to fun summer scent that I will be spending a lot of time with this summer, but specifically during the month of June because I missed her. Again, this is Jusbox's Carioca Heart. Hopefully you all enjoyed hearing about the fragrances that I plan on spending time with during the month of June. Make sure you sound off in the comments and let me know what fragrances you have lined up. Has the weather already broke where y'all are? Because it's still cold and rainy here in Maryland, but you know, I can at least aspire to summer. So that's what this lineup was definitely for. But sound off in the comments and let me know your thoughts. Let me know what fragrances you have lined up. Let me know if you have tried or if you're interested in trying any of the fragrances that we talked about today. And of course, if you are, please make sure to shop via any available links, discounted links, discount codes, and or tag products down below in the description box because it really helps me out. After commenting on this video and on your way to watching another video of mine, please make sure that you like, hype, share, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. Please be safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Also, y'all let me know if you all are interested in another fragrance haul, because if I ain't buying something, something is being sent to me. And you know, hauls make things official like a referee with a whistle here on this channel. So yeah. Comfortable in my skin.